You know, so now we see what it is. We see what it is as, the reports are out now about Nia Long. I'm seeing a lot of these women sell out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's for attention, if it's, to stay in the algorithm or what. But, it's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Nia Long, according to the reports, has now posed for Playboy. Right? Now, I want to read the article, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on this with her. I'm going to give y'all my thoughts. Just my thoughts. So, as the article goes, it says, with her career, as Playboy puts it, one of Hollywood's most enduring sex symbols, it's only right the actress make her debut for the raunchy publication. Along with the sultry photo shoot, the 55-year-old also spoke candidly about a number of topics, including her dating preferences, the culture legacy of Love Jones, and backlash the Michael Jackson biopic is bound to face. Nia Long is somewhat of an open book when it comes to all of these topics, but at the end of the day, insists that her own sanity is more important than any outside voices. When asked if she had any idea how important her 1997 film Love Jones would be, Long admitted, no, we didn't, but went on to explain her immediate connection to the role. She said, and I quote, "When I read the script, it was the same feeling I had when I read Boys in the Hood. I felt like Love Jones was such an extension of who I am. My father was a poet. My mother an artist. We're from Brooklyn, but Chicago and New York has some symmetry. I just knew it was honest. And I think when something is honest, it's good. When Love Jones came out, it was considered a box office flop. We didn't make a lot of money, but what we created was something cultural and iconic. That is more valuable than anything." Nia Long and her Love Jones interest, Lorenz Tate, are set to reunite on screen for another romantic drama, which is based on neo-soul singer Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite album. "I love Maxwell," she said. "I grew up listening to Maxwell. He's a personal friend. It took us 3 years to get the film set up, and it's a really cool concept," she told Playboy. "It's sort of an extension of where Nina and Darius from Love Jones would be today, but it's a completely different film. There's a lot more comedy. We're parents now. We literally just wrapped up a couple weeks ago. I love Lorenz. That's my guy forever and ever and ever." Moving on to another film she's been working on, Nia Long moved on talking about the upcoming Michael Jackson biopic, Michael, in which she plays the Jackson family matriarch, Katherine Jackson. When asked about the inevitable scrutiny that will come with the release of this movie, Long was asked how she'll protect her sanity, which is something she's not worried about. And I quote, "No one can interfere with my sanity. That's number one," the star began. "I learned a long time ago that you cannot be successful in this industry if you listen to the noise and distractions. And the one thing that I am very, very, very protective of is my peace. Because in order for me to do what I do, I have to commit to that first." Nia Long continued, "Although there will be noise and there will be things that are out of my control. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I'm here to interpret a story, to represent a woman, to represent a mother, to represent a black woman who, in my opinion, is the real hero in all of this. I know what it's like to be a mom carrying the weight, and when I think of Grace, I think of Katherine Jackson." Now, the actress then pivoted into talking about her personal life, which includes her longtime status as a sex symbol in Hollywood. Having been name-dropped in many rap songs over the years, Long insists she's not as exciting as the rap songs, but does enjoy being mentioned. She said, "I get a kick out of it because it means that I've contributed to something in the culture. That is comforting. That is inspiring. That's sexy, she explained. I don't take any of it so seriously, though. Nia, who everyone knows in public, is very different from who I am on a daily basis. I get up in the morning, I take my kid to school, I make breakfast. My older one has graduated from college, but I have a junior high schooler, and I'm a regular mom. As for dating, Nia says she doesn't like that word and isn't actively looking for a partner right now. She says, I feel like that requires me to go out and do something. I do think that if you're looking for a partner, you have to be actively out there in order to meet, but I'm not in that space right now. She said, I'm really focused on my kids, my work, and my girlfriends, and going out having a good time. I like to get up and do what I want to do when I want to do it. It's not that I don't want to have a partner, but I was in a relationship for a very long time, and I'm getting to know myself without feeling the need to be of service to a relationship. She also admitted to being a serial monogamous, but wanted to get out of that cycle. She says, I've never had a situation. I need one, right? Long says, she went on to add that there will be a lot of people that I will be down to have a little fun with, not a lot, but some. And while she's not just ready yet, Nia would love to date younger men. She says, I can't be on Raya because I wouldn't even keep up. She says, when asked about the celebrity dating app, she says, they'll be like, she's getting flaky. Get off here. So I'm so picky. I'm really picky. I do like younger, though I think there's something fun about younger. Now, the post poses for Playboy. The post Nia Long poses for Playboy and talks protection of her peace, dating younger, and drowning out the Michael hate. No one can interfere with my sanity appeared first on the Bossa publication. Let me talk about this. Nia Long, she sold out. When you go and do Playboy, it's over with. You sold yourself. Nia Long is 55 years old with kids. She sold out. And I'm going to tell y'all why, man. And some of y'all might get mad. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But some people might have thought Nia Long may have sold out a long time ago. But it is what it is. Like I said, you could date who you want to date. You know what I'm saying? You could date who you want to date, right? And Nia Long, she's, I guess she's at this point because of her, all the people she's reportedly been linked to dating, and it never, ended up in happily ever after. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to really, go off on her like that. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, it's been spoken about, definitely. It's definitely been spoken about, in the industry circles. And so, once you get put in that circle, it's almost like it's sad because Nia Long, I feel like she should have had a happily ever after. She was that beautiful of a woman, that, much of an icon. You know what I mean? I don't think that she had to go do this at 55 years old. Right? I don't think she had to do that. And so I think when you do that, especially when a guy like Hugh Hefner, we already know what he's been accused of. Even though he's not here no more, we understand, we link Playboy with that guy, right? I just can't respect it, man. You 55 years old, you got a son out here. It's like, why would you need to do that? You know what I'm saying? His father's a coach. One of your son's father's a coach in the NBA. You always going to have that bread. You know what I'm saying? You doing movies. What's the point of her doing that? It don't make no sense to me, man. And like I said before, Nia Long has had a long history. Chris Webber. You know what I mean? Peter A. Thomas from Real Housewives of Atlanta. They was linked up in the mid-90s, I should say, mid to late 90s. Masai Dorsey. You feel me? Katino Mobley. Ime Udoka. These basketball players. Chris Rock. Kendu Isaacs. Shamar Moore. Ricky Fontaine. Tip at one time, a long time ago. That was alleged. Dwight Freeney, NFL football player. Kevin Phillips, an old soccer player. Omarion. She was alleged to have a short fling when 50. Mickey Jagger. You know what I'm saying? How old was Mickey Jagger? Like 90 years old? damn near 100. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody who to date, but I mean, once you going through all that, you know what I mean? You know, it's been rumors all over. Chris Tucker, Terrence Howard, Ice Cube, you know, Will Smith back in the day. So, again, these are all, you know, rumors of people that she allegedly was linked to. But, you know, again, man, to do that now, Playboy, 55, you got a son that's in school. Ladies, I'm just saying, man, we got to hold. It had to be some level of accountability, man. I think she sold her soul. I think she sold out. Now, some people say, Ticket, she sold out a long time ago. But I'm talking about this right now.